I solemnly swear that I really can't wait for January to actually end so we can get some freaking decent movies. My gosh, this month has been horrible. Hey everyone, my name is Ryan, and today on the channel I'm going to be reviewing the science fiction film called I.S.S. This film was directed by Gabriela Cowperthwaite. I have seen one of her films before called Our Friend, and she's also done the documentary called Blackfish. This film stars Messina and Ariana Debose. The film is about a world event that actually happens on Earth. When this actually happens, Russia and America are on the I.S.S. and their prospective actual governments actually contact them and say, hey, you need to take control of the ship. Now, when I first saw the trailer for I.S.S., I really didn't have any high expectations. The first thought I was thinking is the fact that this is probably more so a streaming movie rather than a theater release. Bleecker Street, they are a smaller studio, so I knew that the budget was going to be a smaller budget. Now, this film, it takes place in a one location setting on the I.S.S. I do like the initial setup with Earth actually just getting attacked and Earth is on fire. That whole scene and just the way that they actually show how the Earth is on fire, I thought they did a pretty good job with that. Acting wise in this film, I would say it's okay. Nobody is giving any crazy good performances here. It is a slower kind of film. It doesn't have a lot of action. The initial setup with the Earth actually getting on fire and the fact that these governments are contacting the US and Russia to attack each other by any means necessary, I actually like that because it does create a little bit of tension. The score in here, I would say, is very over the top. It tries to create extra tension, but I don't think it really does, to be honest. I would say the biggest problem for me with this film is the fact that there is a lack of characterization. You're put on this ship right away. You know very little about the families of these people, and they just don't really go too much into them as characters. You know that Ariana Debose, she's researching these mice, and you have all these different people that are researching certain things. Just feels like it just doesn't have enough to really elevate too much of a story. I do like some of the camera work in here. I like that the camera, it feels like it's floating into space with the actual characters. As the film went along, it's like, well, who's the villain? Who's the aggressor? We never really actually find out who that is. You would think right away, okay, this is a US film, we should probably root for the US, right? Well, we just never really get that. We never get like who started this war. It's very vague in its premise, and it just doesn't really capitalize on really elaborating too much. There were also times in the film where the dialogue was very clunky, especially towards the third act of the film. There's this one part where you know one of the guys, he's trying to kill one of these people, and you say to yourself, as the line delivery is actually going, you're like, okay, this is a little bit cringe, a little bit all over the place in this delivery. I felt also throughout the film, as it was going along, I just felt like there wasn't really a whole lot going on. I can really get into one set location films if the line delivery and the film itself is rather interesting. And I just felt like the film wasn't very interesting. You have 6 people on the ship. Who am I rooting for here? Who do I actually want to actually be killed, to live when this film actually ends? I feel like when you've watched a lot of movies and you know how it's going and it's not going very well, you say to yourself, okay, this is probably going to have a stupid ending and not really make sense. And that's exactly the route that they go in this film. It has a stupid ending with an ending that is anticlimactic, and you have no idea where certain characters are going to go from this point by the time the film actually ends. I don't think this film is worth a watch. I think there are certain things they did right from a technical aspect of this film, but as far as a film with the narrative and characters that you can actually care about, I didn't give a damn. So I would give a score of this film a 2 out of 5, a very meh film, and a film that I will not watch again. Let me know down in the comments, what did you think about I.S.S? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you just think it was kind of meh? Have you even heard of this film before? It really didn't get any marketing. If you are not going to check it out in theaters, is it something that you're going to catch on streaming? Let me know. All comments down below in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching as well, and I will see you guys on my next video.